to me about Orson Welles and Moby Dick, because you did the stage play and the film, didn't you?
I went to the Duke of York's to audition for Orson Welles when he produced Moby Dick. That was his own, own stage version of the Melville novel. I went there to do that in 1956. And that was how I met my greatest chum. I'm godfather to his children, Gordon Jackson. And it was a very interesting production because it was open stage, there was no set at all. So the actors simply stood and waited until their turn came to actually walk into lighted areas of the set. And he told it as the story of a group of actors, all of whom were rehearsing King Lear, and they turned up to play their parts in Lear, and they were all muttering amongst themselves, where is he, why is he late, the director, when Orson appeared with a great black sombrero and a showbiz cigar and vast cloak, and said, "It's all altered, you're not going to do Lear." And we all said, "What? Well, what are we going to do?" He said, "Take these scripts," and he handed round these scripts, which were, of course, this adaptation of Moby Dick. And I had these lines like, I was playing Kent in Lear, and I quite liked Kent in the play, the character quite liked it. And I was saying lines like, "Well, I don't really like it. You'll do what you're told." It was all that sort of, "Well, really?" Sort of I always laugh when I think of it, because I was playing it all sort of, "Oh, yes, well." I was a lot of rubbish myself, and I got lots of laughs from the house. And when I had to say to him, what exactly do you want me to do? His reply was, "Get within 6 feet and do your damnedest." That was his line. And he always got a laugh with this. But when I said, "What exactly do you want me to do?" that got a laugh too. And he didn't like that. He didn't like that at all, because the feed line getting a laugh infuriates them. It always does. As it infuriates leading actors or leading comedians, And when it occurred, it couldn't occur to me then, because I was always doing supporting roles, but when it occurred to me, when I found myself with laugh lines and rather clever feeds getting laughs on the feed, I was furious too. And I was thinking, how dare they? They're just there to give me the feed line. What are they doing for getting laughs, And it is infuriating. So I quite understand it. I remember after 4 years with Hancock's Half Hour when he said, "Get rid of him. Get him off the set." He did. And Galton and Simpson said to me, "We'll have to write you out of the series." I said, "Oh, I quite understand." And I did leave. At the time, I was a little indignant, but actually what happened was I joined Kenneth Horne and got into Round the Horn, so I was in a much better series as far as I was concerned, not in terms of material, but certainly in terms of, the getting of the laughs, because Kenneth Horne didn't object to who got laughs, as long as they were getting them. Whoever got them, it didn't matter at all. But that element of anger about the feed getting the laugh was very present there. But he liked me, Orson, and he did ask me at the end of Moby Dick. I played everything, I was the lookout. I had to keep shouting, "She blows! She blows a great white spout!" This was all Spermaceti, Wales, you see. "She blows a great white..." I kept screaming this, "She blows a great white spout." I was fed to the teeth, and I had to keep running up and down the stairs. There's this lookout up in the topsail, and then I had to run down and be this awful old man that warns them not to go aboard. Like, "Her be cursed! Her be cursed!" All this mad, pronouncing curses about anyone that went on the Pequod, this terrible ship being damned. And then I played the Bedford sailor as well. And I played a sort of French fart that kept doing dances to a hornpipe, It was a joke. We were just farting around. And then he invited us into the dressing room. And he said to me, "I can offer you a very interesting trilogy. I'll offer you this stuff you're doing in this. These parts you're doing in Moby Dick. I'll offer you Octavius in Antony and Cleopatra. And the other role he offered me was the Dubedat in Doctor's Dilemma. And he said, "I'll present them as a trio in the Lincoln Center."